Hey everybody, my name is Darian Dozier and welcome to Melanated and Educated. What's up everyone? Welcome to Melanated and Educated. My name is Darian Dozier and I am a first year medical student who's going to be helping you out with the ACT. Here, I'm going to be giving you some of my test taking tidbits, okay? So the first thing that I want to tell you to help you on the exam is to make sure that you actually prepare for the exam. It's really difficult to walk into an exam when you have no idea what's going on. Now the ACT is cool because you don't have to spend months and months and months preparing for that. You really only have to pay attention in your classes because they're teaching you according to what's going to be on these standardized exams. So when you're sitting in your class and you're like, man, this stuff is never going to pop up again. Why do I need it? I promise you'll actually need it. So try to pay attention and try to keep up with whatever you're learning in class because you will use it on this exam. You'll also use it in your college classes. So don't just blow it up because I promise you'll want to keep this information, okay? Also, you can buy the ACT workshop book. Also, you can prepare by using different resources. Khan Academy has some great videos. I hope to be putting up some really good videos as well. And then also you can do Princeton review, you can do Kaplan review, and the ACT even puts out their own official guide to the ACT. So plenty of resources. If your guidance counselors or your school offer an ACT class or workshop, definitely take that and talk with them about what you can do to help prepare for the ACT. Second thing, you want to make sure the morning of the test, you are totally cool, calm, collected, and relaxed. That means making sure that you're at the test on time. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm late somewhere, I'm freaking out. It's a whole meltdown. We're having a whole problem, okay? So you definitely want to make sure that you scout out where your test taking center is. Maybe do a drive-by the day before. Check out traffic if you have to hop on the highway, and just make sure that you can get there on time. You also want to make sure that you dress well, test well, okay? Don't go into the ACT and like the most raggedy pair of clothes you just rolled out of bed, okay? Try to look nice because when you look nice, you have confidence. When you have confidence, then you perform well on whatever task you're doing. It's a scientific fact. You can look it up or you can just take my word for it. Okay. Third thing I wanted to tell you is when you actually get into the exam, take a deep breath and start rolling through the questions, okay? If you come to questions that are just too hard and you have no idea how to get through it, that's okay. Skip it and you can come back. It's a paper test as far as I remember. And that means that if you come to a question and you know that's going to take you way longer than your allotted time, then you can just move on and you can come back at the very end. But you do want to make sure that you answer every single question on the ACT. You're not penalized for guessing. So definitely make sure to fill in all of those bubbles. Don't leave anything blank, okay? You've got a 25% chance of getting the question right off a pure guess. So those are pretty good odds. Time. You also want to make sure that you're aware of your time. Each section is 75 or 60 minutes or 45 or 35 minutes. And so you want to make sure that you are rolling through the questions, okay? You can only spend about a minute, maybe even less than a minute on each question. But here's the good thing, the test takers know that, which means that each problem is designed to be solved in less than a minute. There's some sort of trick or a shortcut that should help you move through the question quickly. That's what I hope to help you all out. But as you're going through the exam, you definitely want to make sure you keep aware of your time. I ran out of time my first couple of times taking the ACT and I was scrambling to fill in bubbles. Don't be like me, okay? Be aware of your time and make sure that you actually practice taking the ACT timed so that way you don't run into that issue. Last thing I want to tell you is have fun with it and relax, okay? My next tip, this is probably my all-time favorite because I still use it. Process of elimination, okay? If you look at a question and you know automatically, okay, boom, boom, I know it's not these two. Now you've only got two choices left. Now your odds jump up to 50% chance of getting it correct. So even if you don't exactly know the answer, if you can cross out the ones that you know for sure are not the answers, then you're doing yourself a huge favor. Last couple things I want to tell you is make sure you try on this ACT. I know it seems like some sort of federal obligation, especially if you don't plan on going to college, but it actually could have some long-term benefits for you. So make sure that you go in there, you give 3.5, 4 hours of really good effort and believe in you, okay? If you go in there, I'm not a good test taker, I don't know anything, I got all Fs, well then you're not going to do well. Okay, but if you go in there and you tell yourself, I've done everything that I can do to prepare, I'm just going to have the confidence that I can walk in here and do it correctly and do it to the best of my abilities, and guess what? You are going to have some success. And if you don't get the grade that you wanted, that's okay. Okay, if your score is a little lower, that's fine because you can take it again. You just want to make sure that in between those two exams, you're doing whatever you've got to do to make sure that you're making some positive changes because we want to see that score tick up. And we also don't want to take 17 tries to make it happen because that will not impress colleges, okay? If you can get it in 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 chances, then that's going to look really good for you. Well, those are all of my tips for taking the ACT. Good luck. I believe in you. I want you to believe in you more than I believe in you because I know that you can do it. All right, guys, that's all for now. See you later.